If you are a business owner, then you probably do not have a lot of time at hand. There is always a meeting to attend, there is always a fire to put out, and there is always a new idea to pursue. And I totally get it. I built 2 7-figure businesses, I'm on my way to build a third one. In today's video, I'm going to share with you 3 time-saving habits that have been complete game changers for me. So let's get on with the topic. So the first thing that was the most common for me in my businesses was to get drawn into all of these meetings that are just totally time consuming. And if you've ever been in a service-based business or in a corporate or in a bigger business or even in a small one, you probably experienced the days in which you have just endless and endless hours of meetings. And studies actually show that around 83% of employees spend 1/3 of their week work time in meetings. This is crazy, right? Upper management spent around 50% in the meetings alone. With CEOs, this number sometimes go as high as 72%. So a lot of time in meetings. But the reality is that even if we would really like the idea of ditching the meetings completely, there is a very little chance to do that. We just have to do them, right? But what we can do is that we can change the way in which these meetings, at least some of them, are being run. So in normal types of meetings, you have a lot of discussions, a lot of arguments, and sometimes people are just shouting at each other, and at the end of the day, there's little to no conclusion at all, and you have this feeling that you are frustrated because the meeting ended and you have nowhere to go. So what I found very efficient while running the meetings is to have a list of topics that are repeatable, that we are discussing with a sales team, with marketing team, with HR team, with administration team, whatever the team is. And then this list of things is being updated by each and every meeting participant. So let's say that you are meeting with the board of your business, so other co-owner or co-owners of the business. Then you have like sales, marketing, HR, administration, others. And you are filling in all of the updates that you have from a previous week or from the current week within these particular areas. And this can be done throughout the week while you are doing stuff, while you just had a conversation with someone or you have an update that you would like to share. And this way you are just putting this in one single section in OneNote or any other tool that you guys are using for sharing the notes with each other and putting these updates there during the week. Therefore, when the actual meeting starts, everyone is reading the updates. While reading the updates, you can type in the discussion points, what is that you would like to discuss? What is the thing that you would like to do a deep dive on, or if you have any questions. In this way, meeting is super short. I mean, like this, speeds things up in my case, in my experience, by at least 60 or 70%. And this is because people are not discussing things that are irrelevant. We are not drifting from one topic to another. We are not supposed to make updates and then remember stuff on the go, but we are building a habit of updating each other within particular format, within a particular framework. Of course, you can adjust this, you can try to experiment with the model that I'm describing here, but in my case, it was super efficient. So we were able to cut down the board meetings from around, I don't know, sometimes 2.5 hours every week to sometimes even as short as 30-40 minutes, because everyone was updated, everyone had the action points, and boom, 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 we were able to do stuff really quickly. What is also pretty cool about this model is that if you don't remember an update, you don't have to write to someone. If you don't remember what was the thing that you've discussed a couple of weeks back, the only thing that you need to do is to click a couple of sections before and have this top of your list, top of your mind. If this video is anyhow helpful to you so far, please make sure to subscribe to our channel and give us thumbs up. Another game changer for me when it comes to running business was to have a set of reports. If you run business, then you probably know that making informed decisions is crucial. But in order to make the informed decision, you need to have data. In order to have data, you need to collect the data. And once you collect the data and you have the data, you have to put it in a structured format. I know this sounds pretty weird or complex, but that's actually the case, right? You need to have the information, and the information needs to be presented in some sort of format. This is why it is pretty good to create templates of reports that can be helpful for you to understand a lot of things as a business owner, and at the same time can enable you to go back in time a month ago, 2 months ago, or a year before to understand how your business is growing and if the growth within a certain areas, within a certain KPIs is according to your expectations or is satisfactory for you. And just to give you a couple of examples, if you have a marketing department, then having access to information like how much organic traffic are we getting? What is the amount of conversions that we're getting from our website? How many post impressions or how many new followers we are getting every single week, month, or year. These are the things that might come into play in there. But of course, if you are publishing the blog posts or collaborations or collaborating with influencers, these KPIs or these parameters might be very different. I'm just trying to give you an idea about what is that you can actually have in such an Excel sheet that you can see and then have a general impression about what is happening within this department in order to avoid every time asking a manager or asking a professional that you've hired about certain things. In sales department, you can have things like amount of new leads, amount of new opportunities. So a lead is someone that just converted on your website and might be interested in your product, and an opportunity is someone that actually said that they want a quote from you, that they want to understand more about the solution and so on, and then you create opportunity in your CRM. Value of a sales pipeline can be also a helpful parameter to measure. This can tell you about how many deals you have, how many opportunities you have within a certain pipeline, and this can also give you an idea about how much sales you will be able to close within a certain period of time. What is the average deal value? So what is the average value of one deal that you have in your CRM? This can also be pretty helpful information for your business. These are just examples, but once you have your reports, you should have a time-boxed thingy in your calendar, time slot in your calendar that will give you a peace of mind in which every week for 15, 20 or 30 minutes, depending how many parameters, how many things you have, you can check different things out and then create a habit that will enable you to actually identify things on the go. Then when you have a meeting with a manager, you can just ask about things A, things B, things C, and so on and so forth. And the third tactic that I'm using pretty successfully to save up some of my time and free up some of my time is to use automations and delegation. The most important thing here is to learn to accept that things do not have to be perfect. And even if you think that you are the best person to do the job, there is probably a good chance that someone will do at least 70 or 80% of what is that you can do. And I oftentimes find this to be the reason amongst my customers and amongst my fellow entrepreneurs to be the thing that blocks them from delegating things. And what I've learned over the past couple of years while running those businesses of mine is that the sooner you'll start to delegate, the sooner you'll start to trust people, the faster your organization will grow, the more time you will have, and the more peace of mind you will have. Because once you start giving people responsibilities, they are more engaged in what they do. And once you start giving people responsibilities, you are less stressed about the things that you have to do because they are no longer dependent on you. So I think that this is the most important thing to overcome in your head. Once you do that, it's pretty easy peasy to do the rest. If you have an opportunity to include any sort of an automation, look for these opportunities and try to look for the ways in which you don't have to do stuff by yourself. Example, if you are issuing invoices to every single one of your clients or a couple of your clients every month, maybe your software for invoicing has the feature of actually recurring invoices. If you are following up on the payments or you are doing things around these administrative tasks, maybe you can hire a virtual assistant to do that. Or maybe you can set up a simple automation flow in your invoicing software or in Zapier that will do the automated follow-ups for you. These are, of course, just examples, but try to look for the opportunities in which you can automate stuff. And the simplest automation that everyone can do, and a lot of people are still messaging each other and ping-ponging on emails or communicators, is the scheduling of the meetings. If you have your calendar, you can plug in Calendly or Microsoft Bookings or any other type of software into that calendar and just send people the link. They will be able to choose the date and time that suits them, and then only in corner cases that they cannot find a slot in the next 2 weeks in your calendar, they will message you and try to schedule an alternative date if there is a difference in time zones or anything like that. But other than that, your meetings will start to automatically pop up into your calendar, and you only need to adjust your schedule depending on your needs. These are pretty simple examples, but trust me, they can free up dozens of minutes throughout the week. And if you have dozens of minutes on reporting, if you have dozens of minutes on scheduling, if you have dozens of minutes on whatnot, you are buying yourself time. And the time is the most crucial of the resources that we entrepreneurs have and need in order to grow and scale our businesses. I hope that this video was helpful to you. Let me know in the comment section down below if any of these ideas was actually anyhow interesting to you. What is that you are doing in order to save up your time? I'll be more than happy to learn and improve myself. In the meantime, have a great day ahead. Thanks for watching and see you in the next videos.